Hi there everyone, this is Damon Hayhow and I am honoured to be here at World Gym in Ashmore with the great Sam Pearce, IFBB professional bodybuilder, who impressed the absolute hell out of me at the Arnold Classic that just took place in Melbourne a couple of months ago.
Yeah.
Sam, thank you for the time.
Thank you, Damon. Thanks for having us on.
It's a pleasure, sir. So, pro bodybuilder, tell us about when that happened, and then just quickly sort of the Arnold show, how the prep went for that, and what your next moves are very quickly.
Yeah, so that all started out for me, 18 years old with a dream to be a pro and everything like that. Back then bodybuilding wasn't as cool as it is now, so I was kind of laughed at for wanting to be a big dude in his G-bang with a fake tan. Because at that age, you're on the piss and running amok. So, that was a dream of mine to turn pro at 25, and it all came short. 25, I turned pro at the Nationals, and from there I took a year and a half off. I battled some glandular fever and everything like that. So actually, Nick gave me a lot of advice coming back from that. Nick Jones. Yeah, so moving ahead from there, recapped, had the year off and kind of assessed what I wanted to do, and you realise how quickly things can be taken away from you in life. So when you're in a hospital bed for a couple of weeks, in and out, trying to beat a dead horse, I had to really take some time off, and in that time off, I battled a little bit of depression, but it was more a blessing in disguise, because I realised, I'm like, I just finished a civil engineering degree, and I said, what I really want to do in my life right now. And I said, I don't want to be an engineer, just because that apparently makes you a lot of money doesn't make me truly happy, so I never cared that bodybuilding wasn't a rich sport. I just want to do what I love doing. And now I always say, from my own practice, is that if you do something you love doing and you have a passion for it, you always have love for it, and you'll make a lot of money out of it. So, I feel like I'm building my success here and shifting me forward to following my dreams. And that was, when I had the magazines, these guys back in the day. Now I'm versing those guys. That's me versing them now. So I still got to pinch myself when I'm backstage. But the first year, last year, that was my debut. That was an eye opener to see where I was really at. And it was good kick in the arse. And came back this year and moved up a few places. And look, Damon, like the
size. How much do you put on?
12 kilos. 12 kilos in the year, so I've got a bit of pressure now because I got to do the same thing, right? But so moving forward, the prep was good. I just kind of went back to basics and just told myself what I always did when I was 18. Coming to the gym, just lifting hard, training heavy, staying on the plan. There's no secrets with me, man. I've got the same things as you promote. So the prep's easy when it falls into place and do the hard work. That's all I can really say on a prep. It shouldn't be hard. You should be growing into the show, losing body fat and getting stronger.
So this mic, guys, is actually a full-size mic. It's just we're both so massive that it looks really small in our hands. We'll just do that. So in terms of the future, then, are you looking to be like the other pro bodybuilders and have multiple houses in all sorts of countries in the world from all of the millions that you're going to win, or you've got other aspirations for what to do with your physique and your business here in Australia? What are you doing with yourself as the primary focus moving forward?
Moving forward, yeah. So, I want to see the world, travel the world, competing. I'm not a big traveller, but I mean that's one of the perks with it is the fact that you can compete against the best around the world.
Why not?
But unfortunately, being a bodybuilder, you got to find your way to pay for all that. So, just kind of moving into more of a coaching role now. Obviously, started off PTing, but now I'm kind of moving into more of a consulting role because I'm trying to move into more of an educator and a coach for other coaches, and bringing up athletes where, we've had this talk before, Damon, where we believe that, bodybuilders are actually the biggest pussies when it comes to clientele. I can say it because I was one. Yeah. So, I'm just, I'm trying to shift through and just get the serious people under me. Nobody knows that my full-time assistant Amanda lost 40 kilos. She's a mum of two and worked 2 jobs. So I like those kind of people around me, because if I see them doing it, well, it makes me work harder. You know what I mean? So business wise, it's funny, like I'm just kind of playing it by ear, like things are just being successful for me in the right way. And do I really have like a set out kind of goal / plan, like I'm just doing whatever makes me happy. And right now that's just competing. And so far, the more I compete and the more I give out content like this to the general public, that's really working well in my favor, and I'm getting a lot of love and feedback from that, and that's making my business grow faster than I ever thought it would. So again, just going back to doing things I love doing.
You're being a bit humble, because we've been talking for the last hour and a half or so over coffee, and actually you do have more planned, and you do take your coaching business very seriously, and so what sort of person then are you? I mean, you know, like you said, regular people like Amanda, who have gone and lost 40 kilos, which is unbelievable, because when you see Amanda, you think she's a person who's just that size her whole life.
Yeah, true.
Just looks very, very natural. What sort of person would come to Sam Pearce, and what sort of results would they be looking to get?
The type of person that's going to come to me is the exact type of person that would come to you. You know, like, and I've asked for some help from business with someone like yourself with things, and I know you're going to tell me shit that sometimes I don't really want to hear it, you know. But it's true.
Everybody shit they don't want to hear.
But it's the fucking truth, man. You know, it's the truth. So then that way, when you say to me, I wanted your physique when you were up there on stage, I was like, it was really hard for me to hear that, because I'm like, fuck, I know he doesn't talk shit, so like, you know, he must mean it, you know. So it's the same thing with myself, man. You know, when people walk through this door and they sit down for an initial consult, I don't even charge them the initial consult, because I'd say, look, this isn't about the money for me. You know, I've got plenty of fucking clients, you know, like, but if you want to step up and get results, you got to do the work, and don't fuck me around and waste my time, you know, like, and that's all I want. Like I say to myself, you don't have to be a competitor, you don't have to be a top sports player. Just because I've got people in all different sports succeeding in what they do, they're working hard.
Yeah.
And I can tell you right now, are they the most talented? Probably not. You know, I don't have a lot of genetically gifted bodybuilders, but you know, they're all placing in their shows, majority of my clients, because they do the work, man. You know, so yeah, man, and you know yourself, like, you know, you've done it all in the past. Like, I'm in the middle of it right now. I'm back to back every single day, all day, every single day, you know. And the last that one person that's in a negative mind frame, or they don't believe themselves, and you got to pick them up, that ruins your whole day. You know what I mean? So I want to be. I'm a big believer in the law of attraction, on the way how you look at things, whatever it is. I want those same people around me. I want to be attracting those same people that are serious in the train, want the results, and do whatever they can to get there. If it takes them 10 years to get there, but they're busting their ass day in, day out, of course I'll stay with them. You know what I mean? Like, I'd rather someone like that, where I can see they're coming in, doing the work, rather than someone that wins a bodybuilding show on genetics and I know they were cheating with their diet. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay, well then let's give the people a little bit more substance then to where, I mean, the fact that we're sitting here talking and getting on really well means that obviously we have some agreement when it comes to diet and training. Otherwise we wouldn't be doing the interview. But sort of, I guess, you know, some trainers sit in the MI40 camp or the Poliquin camp or whatever. How would you describe your diet and training approach?
Look, first of all, anyone that, you know, has a coach, guru, or as you said, MI40 and things like that, look, everything has its place. You know what I mean? I'm not against anything. I'm not really, you know. I just learned over the years I've been doing this. I've been doing this since I was I've been competing since I was 17, and I'm 28 this year. So for someone that's kind of, you know, young in the sport, I've done my time. And look, man, I've tried plenty of different training methods, you know, and I've trialed them again, because when I was younger and I trialed them, I didn't, you know, I was full of ego, I wasn't probably listening, you know. So I've given everything a fair go, you know. And to me, it sounds so cliche, but you know, you can't beat basics, man. Like, you know, you look at all the top guys from the 90s, and I still say they're the best, you know what I mean?
Yeah, a lot of people
do. You know, yeah, they had grape shaped genetics, but they just, you know, you had to work somewhat to get there. And to me, there was no technology back then, there was no studies, there was no this, there was no that. They just had to go off, you know, basic hard training and following a basic diet, to me, you know. And as I said, like, you know, there's plenty of principles that I like, you know, as far as, you know, fascia stretch training with the volume training, or, you know, Ben Bikolski's NOS sets. I like throwing in different, you know, variables to change things up, whatever it is. But are they the key to my teachings? No way. The key to my teachings are, and to really get the results, is the old-fashioned logbook is when I started. Obviously I use Recompose now because that's a far more detailed and accurate version of how to actually progress. But before I was on board with that, you know, I always resorted back to my logbook. Yeah. You know, and this is back when I was first started training. I remember, you know, talking to Nathan Walsh about it back in the day. You know what I mean? And you know, he was the same. You know, just beat your numbers, beat your numbers, beat your numbers. And essentially, like, if you're beating your numbers, you know, and you're creating a stronger muscle, especially on bodybuilding terms. If we talk about someone that's squatting 100 kilos for 10 reps, and all of a sudden they're squatting 140 for 10 reps, what do you think's happened to their legs? They're grown, man. You know what I mean? So same thing.
Or the other way around. Or the other way around, as I always put it, is that, you know, if their legs have grown 3 inches around, well, they should be able to have gone from 100 kilos for 10 reps to 140 kilos for 10 reps. You know, somewhere in there, that's there.
Yeah. So yeah, and the same thing with diet too. You know, you need to be staying on a consistent diet, day in, day out, knowing what happens, like, so you know, to make the allocated changes of what you're trying to do with your body composition, whether it's, you know, you're getting ready for a bodybuilding show, you're trying to drop body fat and build muscle. You know, essentially, I say that, but essentially we're all trying to do that. You know, whether you're a rugby player, AFL player, it doesn't really matter. You know, you're still trying to keep your body fat down and put on muscle mass. So if you're on a deficit during getting a competition, whatever it is, the diet is basic. There's no, for me, intermittent fasting or this or that, or, you know, reinventing the wheel. It's just, for me, it's just, you know, there's your food for the day. You know, monitor that and make the changes needed once you've assessed it and know what's going on with the body.
Good advice. Back to the basics as always. So yeah, I've got to do the shameless plug thing here because we're here and that's what we're doing. So Sam's now using Recomposer with his clients to help him deliver their programs, measure their progress, and track and really analyze what they're doing and make sure that they can't fake the hard work they're not doing in the gym. Yeah. And likewise with the diet. Sam's also on board with Recomp, of course, because doing a body recomposition service, then he needs to be insured as a coach to do all of that. So I guess the next question would be, when are you going to do the ISSN exam and become our next Recomp certified pro?
I was waiting on you. You're the busy one, so you just let me know when to go. But no, look, look, man. It's no shameless plug. Like, you know, people can take it however they want, but, you know, someone like me, like, I don't talk shit either. You know, I'm not afraid to pull someone up on something or whatever it is. You know, like, and the way I see it, you know, as I said, I'm an old school person with a logbook. And logbook's great. You know what I mean? Like, logbook, you know, you still have to beat your numbers and all that kind of stuff. But as far as like accurate progression, you know, I'm also coming from an engineering background where numbers is, you know, I'm all about numbers. Yeah. And that's me with life. I can't coincide and do a lot of reading and taking the emotion behind a book or whatever it is. I'm a logics person. I'm maths, so I've just got to have numbers. I've got to have 1 + 1 = 2, and that's the only fucking answer. Yeah. You know what I mean? So when I have that in place, you know, and that's just why I had to. It's just a given. That's why I swapped to Recomposer, because I'm not saying the logbook's wrong or whatever it is. You know, if you do your logbooks, you know, that's all good. I'm still a massive fan of it. But as far as an accurate progression on what I want to do, it's a no-brainer, man. Yeah.
Sir, thank you very much. It's been an absolute pleasure meeting you. We'll be chatting again in the future, I expect, and about different things as it is. So thanks again for the time today. Really great to meet you. And thank you, all the best for the future competitive aspirations and in the career.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, man.